Welcome to the Daily Coffee Pro by Mapper Forward, friends. Today on the podcast, are you ready for another lockdown? With record numbers being recorded of the pandemic all over the world, except it seems for Australia and New Zealand, with record numbers being recorded, it looks like a lot of the world is going to go back into lockdown. And we need to talk about how you're preparing for that, because this is going to be very different to the last time. Why I say that is because last time we could have seating outside that would at least generate or recoup some of the revenue that was being lost from having to empty out our cafes. So when we were trying to recover, there was some hope there. It's winter now, and in a lot of regions around the world, it will be too cold to have outdoor seating. And you won't be able to seat people inside because no one will be allowed out of their homes. It will just be curbside pickup. How are you preparing for what's coming? I'd say that we're about a week, maybe 10 days at best, away from another lockdown. How are you preparing your business? How are you preparing your staff? And how are you preparing your customers for the potential lockdown that I'd say is imminent? No matter whether you want it to happen or not, it's most likely going to happen. Here in the US, we're recording more than 100,000 cases a day. Hospitals about to get overwhelmed. This is not me hyping anything. This is me laying it out as it is. The UK is already back in lockdown. Italy is back in lockdown. Different parts of Europe are back in lockdown. It's real, folks. Now, if you're a business owner, I hope that you have prepared for this. The likelihood that you have, from a lot of the people that I've spoken to that aren't listeners of this podcast, it is not a reality. Now, how do you prepare for it if you are thinking about it now? Okay, this is why knowing your profit and loss statement is important, and understanding how to read your profit and loss statement is important. What you need to do is figure out where you can cut the fat. No doubt you've already had to do that from the first lockdown. Now's the second round. How can you cut expenses? Second thing, how can you pivot? So you had to pivot from the first lockdown. Now you're going to have to pivot again. How can you generate revenue from different sources given a new set of circumstances? Have you been working on things that you need to activate if you go into this new situation? Now is the time to think about how you are going to get creative and create revenue streams that weren't perhaps necessary before. How are you going to look after your staff? That's going to be an important thing. What's your communication strategy? Look through past episodes of the Daily Coffee Pro to look for the different strategies that we were talking about before and how to communicate with your staff for the pandemic. Now, how do you communicate, or how do you prepare your customers? I want you to think about what the communication strategy will be now before another lockdown happens. What is the communication strategy that you're going to enact that pushes that forward? How are you going to communicate with them through social media? How are you going to communicate with them through your website? Where are you going to direct them so that they can patron your business in the new, exciting, innovative ways for the products? New, exciting, innovative products that you're going to present them that will help them get through this second round of lockdowns. What are you going to do to solve their problems that they may be having? This is not going to be easy, folks. Again, I say, as I did the last time we were releasing episodes of the podcast like this, you are not alone. We are all in this together. But this one's going to hurt more. And the reason I think this is going to hurt more is because people have less money to spend. You have less money to invest in your business to generate other revenue streams. And again, you're limited in your options with regards to outdoor seating. So the reality of finding creative ways to bring people to sit and dine in your cafes isn't a reality. How are you going to face this moment so that you can continue to pivot and thrive? And for some people, this is going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back. This is going to be the thing that closes your business. And if you're in that situation, I want to say to you, it's okay. It's absolutely okay. You've been through hell. This has been a really, really hard year. There is no shame whatsoever in deciding you need to pause. Have the conversations with your landlords, have the conversations with the people, that your suppliers that you owe money to. Have conversations with them, be open with them, and tell them what the situation is. And if you need a rest, take the rest. Pause the business, close the business, sell the business, which will be difficult right now. But if you need to take a certain type of action, don't feel any shame in taking it. I hope this has been helpful. If you are looking for a supportive community to become a part of during this time, consider joining one of our mastermind groups. If you need to join a mastermind group and you are severely financially challenged right now, but it's something you think that would be really helpful for you, please contact me and let's have a conversation. lee@mapitforward.org. I'm here to help. I'm here to be supportive. I'm here to encourage and help people find success. And success comes in a bunch of different ways. Support comes in a bunch of different ways. But let's get through this together, friends. Peace, love, and peanut butter. Have an amazing rest of your day.